we could use here struth, crikey, core blimey, maybe even cod blimey. Good morning, Rob Paxavanis. How are you?
Mate, a few mornings ago I was using all those terms, I can tell you, and I just love those terms. It's so much better than booyah and in your face and all the American terms.
I hate all that American stuff. No, cod blimey. I think you put on your Facebook struth on your Fishing Australia Facebook, struth. And if people go at 6 o'clock, I'll publish our blog. And if people go to our Big Fish blog at ABC local radio sites around New South Wales and 702 ABC Sydney, they'll have a look at this fish and bringing the pictures of this fish. Paxi, I believe that's sort of something that wouldn't have happened 10 years ago, but the technology you've got on your kayak, of all things, is quite extraordinary.
Cameras these days that you can mount to your kayak and roll for a long time. They have long battery life, they're wide angle, and they cost peanuts compared to sort of what they would have 10 years ago.
You needed the wide angle for this one, let me tell you. I mean, this is extraordinary. I'm really excited about this. There's Paxi there holding a cod that's as big as him on his lap, and he's got a little remote control in his hand. If you look closely, he's wearing gloves, I think, to handle the cod, and he's triggered the film and taken a still from the film off the bow of the kayak with a night vision miniature waterproof camera in one of the big dams. Can we say where it was?
Yeah, it was Burrinjuck, and I think the picture on my Facebook page might even be GPS tagged, so it's no secret where it was caught. But I had to reach in the heat of the moment. I think the battery on the control got wet, and I had to reach right up to the camera to get that photo. You'll see my hand, but it's the fish of a lifetime.
Well, tell us how you caught it. This is a dead set grander. This is 100 pounds of beautiful Australian native cod that's obviously lovingly let go.
Mate, I've been chasing a fish like that for a long, long time. I've got some big ones, 60, 70 pound, 80 pound. I've got a few here and a few there. They've all been hard, but this one here, I went out about, I don't know, it was probably about a week ago, and I kid you not, I was in about 6.5 metres of water, okay, in the middle of the channel, and something bumped my kayak, and I thought, I'm not moving here. It was pretty calm, and it's remarkable that I thought to myself that have I hit a rock? Is there a rock here I don't know about? And I looked at the sounder. No, there's plenty of water underneath me, and I turned around. It was a significant sort of dunk right under my seat where I was sitting, and I turned around and the water boiled for about 30 seconds afterwards. So a big cod had come up and tapped my canoe, and I've got all this on video. Not about half an hour later, going through the same spot, a similar thing happened again. So I don't know whether it's going up to the flippers or the rudder, but this fish didn't want me in that spot, but it would not take a lure. I have made 1,000 casts in that spot. And the music, you got me. I was about to say, I can tell you now that.
So this thing went at you.
It tapped the kayak and it boiled at the kayak, and then about half an hour later, it had a crack at a redfin, and it sent a mini bow wave about half a foot high. A subsurface boof that sent a wave out and rippled for about 30, 40 metres.
And this is in the middle of the night on Burrinjuck in amongst the snags, which are quite eerie, those ghostly drowned gums, and then things are knocking the bottom of your boat.
Mate, this is talking to yourself in the middle of the night stuff. I recorded a bit on the camera. It's like, you're like, what am I doing? And you know what happened not long after that?
What?
Something banged right in front of the kayak and clipped the kayak, and I thought, God, what's happening now? I'll tell you one thing, though. That was a cormorant that had jumped out of a tree.
Oh, okay.
And that scared the life out of me too. But the very last boof that night, even after 3 boofs right near the kayak, the very last one, I thought that there must have been a car crash out on the Hume Highway or over the hill somewhere. Because it wasn't loud, but it was a really dull thud. And I thought, God, someone's surely, or maybe someone's maybe a farmer slammed a car door in amongst the trees or something. But then the same thing happened again. A big boil happened again. So these things are dunking the water like 3, 4, 5 metres under the water, whatever it is, and scaring the bejesus out of me.
Well, they're sending out a pressure wave that you're feeling through the boat, obviously.
Absolutely.
Because their mouths are as big. You could fit your head inside that fish's mouth.
You could, and they do. You hear a barra buff, you hear other fish buff.
We'll get that English fellow, Jeremy Wade. River monsters. Paxi was there 1 minute and gone the next. Eaten by a cod. Have a look at the photo, folks. We're not kidding you. This is a huge fish. ABC Local Radio New South Wales, 702 ABC Sydney, 666 ABC Canberra. It's the big fish with Rob Paxivanis, the host of Fishing Australia. Did you get footage that you can use on your TV show?
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%, absolutely. But I've got a few nice ones, since opening, and I've been up Macquarie River as well. I've been all around through the region, sort of chasing big cod. But the interesting thing about this one is, even though they are masters of their domain, this thing has had a crack at in a spot not far away the other day. I had a deep diver on, and the cod brought it back to me on its head. They know if they've been caught before, they know if something's got a big rattle in it or if they've been caught on a spinnerbait. I tell you now that you will catch them off guard occasionally when they just get rowdy. But if you know they're there and you think, I'm going to cast at this thing in the middle of the night when the time's right, when it's nice and calm, I had to go to a big redfin-shaped soft plastic to tempt it. And I tell you now, the cast, like I'm casting 30, 40 metres from where I know the cod sits, because if they know you're there, once you get close to the spot, the chances of catching them takes a massive dive. So I was hanging right back, casting, and it's like, on an egg beater, a fairway, a heavy-duty egg beater, and letting the lure sink, and I just so focused to catch these fish.
How do you keep it out of the snag? Because are you paddling with you've got the kayak with the paddly things underneath. Are you pushing to try to fight it? Because it would pull you back into the snags.
I had to, when I hooked this fish, it was about 20, 30 metres from the kayak. I was actually, I had to crank. You see me pedaling this thing like a madman because I knew I had to get to it before I got back in the snags. Looking back at the video footage, I didn't know I could pedal that fast. And the adrenaline's still running high back here. And look,
yeah, very, very happy for you because you've put in a lot of work to catch that fish. So well done.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I'd love to say, extend a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everyone out there. As I love being on the program, and geez, we have some fun, don't we? We
do indeed. Yes, I live vicariously through your adventures. Tight lines, Paxi.
Thanks, Scott.
It's 5 to 6, the big fish, ABC Local Radio New South Wales, 702 ABC Sydney. And as soon as I can, I'll put those pictures up on the Big Fish blog site, and you can have a look at that 100-pound cod that Paxi is holding very gently before he lets it go. Big stomach. The cod as well. No, only joking. He's quite trim.